The WHL season is officially underway, and nobody was more excited to get the year going than 2021 prospect Dylan Guenther, who had an outstanding opening weekend to the season, producing 7 points in just 2 games. Guenther, who is just 17 years old, is dominating the WHL, and trust me, he knows how important this 24-game season is going to be for him to raise his draft stock. He has basically been kept away from hockey during the pandemic, besides a short stint with the Sherwood Park Crusaders of the Alberta Junior Hockey League, where he honestly struggled, only recording 5 points in 4 games, which isn't terrible, but certainly wasn't top 10 material. Guenther has been ranked as high as 3rd overall for the 2021 NHL Draft, but during the lengthy pause in the WHL, we saw others draft stock rise and players blow past Guenther, and he has these 24 games to get back into the top 10 and back potentially into the top 5. Guenther, as I said, has fell in some prospect rankings, and some people didn't like the fact he did not tear it up in the AJHL, as it is a league that doesn't see very many players of Guenther's caliber. However, he did stay in a lot of people's top 10. But how high can Guenther rise in this short WHL season? Well, he is on pace for 73 points in 24 games, which is 3.5 points per game. And that is absolutely insane. And it could easily change as the season progresses. In his first game, he got 4 points, which if he keeps around that pace, he could be sitting at 84 points when the season is all said and done. I'm not going to be the one to say top 5, but to compare him to a former WHL player that went 7th overall in 2019, what some would argue to be one of the better draft classes of the past decade, Dylan Cozens, in his draft year, 84 points in 68 games. Dylan Guenther is on track for 73 points in 24 games. Now, ask yourself which is more impressive. If you said Guenther, then we agree. Now ask yourself, which is looking like it's going to be the better draft class, 2019 or 2021? While both are strong, the players we saw from the 2019 draft are ridiculous. The 15th overall pick has 42 points in 26 games in the NCAA. And even second round picks like Nick Robertson are tearing it up, and even 7th rounders like Raphael Harvey-Pinard are looking like gems. I think the 2021 class is deep, but not that deep. So Guenther should be able to hold down a top 10 spot. But how far up can he go? That depends on the order. We know the Senators are probably going to want a goalie, but probably not if they pick in the top 3. Who knows what the Sabres want? The Sharks could honestly be an interesting fit for Dylan Guenther, but they will likely yield a top 3 pick as well. Matt Beniers likely will go 1st overall, but then it's kind of off-team needs. Who needs a defenseman, who needs a scoring forward, and who needs a goalie? And how long are they willing to wait and develop them? I can see Guenther going anywhere between the 6th overall pick and 11th. He's going to raise a case for a potential top 5 pick, but I don't think any of the teams picking there will need him since they have been in the same spot for a few years and have already taken their scorers. Dylan Guenther is a special player, no doubt. 7 points in 2 games is insane numbers for a 17-year-old in any CHL league. He is going to be a superstar. He's going to go top 15 without a doubt. It's going to be interesting to see how high Guenther can get in the rankings before the draft. He could potentially give teams no choice but to take him in the top 5. Dylan Guenther's start to the season is great, but he needs to keep those numbers up. 2 games every weekend for the Oil Kings, and Guenther had a great opening weekend. He's a smart player who can drive the play and create opportunities out of almost nothing. A play from the Oil Kings game on Friday, which I can't show for copyright reasons, saw Jake Neighbors take a huge hit at the blue line and get the puck to Guenther, who made a move and sent it across the ice to his teammate Josh Williams, who scored. on the doorstep. Guenther is a great goal scorer, but also an elite passer. He can thread the needle through traffic easily, which attracts the attention of NHL teams that already have a scorer, as he could potentially be a setup man. Let's throw a couple scenarios around. Guenther on the Sens can feed Stützle, and Stützle can do the same. And Brady Tkachuk on the doorstep will be the beneficiary of the rebounds. Now, this one will never happen, but Guenther in St. Louis with Jake Neighbors and Robert Thomas, or Guenther with Neighbors and Kyrou. No centers on that line, but I can dream. Whoever gets Guenther is getting a player with a high ceiling and a ton of potential to become a first liner on their team. Insanely talented with a high hockey IQ, he has all the tools to become a star, but the question is if he can use them right. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure that you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the WHL content. Haven't done a video on this league yet, but I thought after this amazing weekend from one of the top prospects, I could not pass up the opportunity to make a video on it. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Goodbye.